Alright, so here we are, the Yosemite bush trip. I'm sorry, I was reading something. But so here we are, Yosemite bush trip, leg number 2. This one's going to be a little shorter than the first one, only ETA at 24 minutes. And yeah, so we're going to go and check out what we got going on. Alright, so here we are. We just landed at runway number 2, right there. And for this trip, we're going to be flying out. We're going to be picking up Highway 395. We're going to go past some little crop circle type of things. First destination is Little Lake, which is this. And it looks like we got Little Lake Overlook, so that's pretty neat. We'll keep an eye out for that as well. And yeah, so I kind of found this to be a little interesting, that if you drop the guy right onto this road, this is what we're looking at. So we got this little rolling mountainside there. We're going to be flying right in between, and we get this little shelf thing on the right hand side. So it's a little double highway. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. A little flatland, desolate thing. I think we're going to keep the elevation a little low, and because I don't think we got any high mountains to climb over. And then yeah, so once we get through here, we're going to go to this little lake, and then we got this little mound thing, which is pretty neat. Right after that. Oh, nice. There's a bunch of little photographs here. But we're going to drop this guy right there on the road. I think we got the wrong one. But that little mound there, we're going to kind of fly over a little past. A little volcanic rock type of thing. And then we're going to go past these into this little town of Grant, and I think the runway is right after this. It's a little grassy field. This is it. So this runway right here is probably what we need to land on. I think, if I remember correctly, if you land on this one, you don't really get that save point. So we're going to be right by this town called Grant, right outside of Olancha. So we're going to see what we can do about landing on this little strip over here. So hopefully it'll recognize it, and hopefully it'll be a little quick trip. It should be kind of a boring flight, I think. Not too much going on as far as scenery goes. So no mountains just yet, but we'll get there. So let's go ahead and get this thing started here. We'll fly through. We are just keeping this thing on the beginning. Alright, so what we got? Flaps are up, flaps are down. Keep them up for the takeoff. And here we go. Plane is pretty easy to take off. The RPMs I usually don't max out like I do other planes. No need to. once we're airborne, now I'll max out. Ooh. Little trick point there. Alright, that's pretty much just getting used to the controller and everything. So we're gonna try to find that 395. So looking up here, get the cursor to go. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna start the top stopwatch there, get our thing going. So around 11 minutes we're gonna depart from the airport that we were just at and begin the second leg of the trip, heading northwest towards Route 395, which that is it, running right up here. So we can zoom in. That's 395. So it's a long asphalt ribbon, bends ever so slightly north, leading you into a pass flanked with sloping hillside and eventually towards the aptly named Little Lake. So 11 minutes to go for this part of the lake. And yeah, so sit back, enjoy. I'll try to get some different views going on because other than that, we just got some crop circles and farmland, not too much to look at here. So flying away from the airport. Little view of that. Oh yeah, I was gonna see how far the entire trip is. So we're pretty excited to be playing the game again. And yeah, so kind of relearning everything as we go. RPM in the green, keep our speed in the green. Get everything going. Take a look at the VFR map real quick. So this is the airport that we were departing from, KIYK. Flew in from Bakersfield from that. We're going to be flying up. We got a little bit of water on the left-hand side, some crop circles on the right. Nice little river running through there. Might be the water up there. That's that. This, I think, are two reservoirs. I think Little Lake might be a little bit before that. I think this is the north and south. Reservoir is here. Yeah, there's the south reservoir. The north one is right above it. And then we're going to be landing on this. We're going to be coming in this way, so from the top down to the bottom. I think we're going to try to land on that little strip that's going this way as opposed to the bigger one that we'll see there. So I think that's the way to get the game to recognize that we finished this leg of the trip. So that is what we are going to do. just doing there. I was trying to pitch the nose down to be able to get a little more scenery, but what we're doing is we're picking up our airspeed. That's the middle dial there with the green, yellow, and red. Or I should just say all green, yellow, red almost. But that's this one here is our airspeed. Once we get up to this 160 or 180-ish area, we start running into the danger of putting too much stress on the airplane, and then that's going to be no good, and you basically crash. So when you pitch the nose down, our airspeed picks up and pressure on the wings kick up. But what I'm doing here is I'm adjusting this, or no, that's the oil pressure. No, that is. That's the RPMs. So when I reduce the throttle there, our airspeed goes down to a little bit of a better level. It's like 170 kilometers per hour. And oh no, that is our oil pressure. This is our RPMs right here. So we're at about 4,000 RPMs. Which is good. We don't have it maxed out. Maintaining a decent airspeed, should get there pretty close to on time. Zoom in here. We got Little Lake. It's going to be just over this little valley area. Winds this way. I think we're going to be, oh no, we are going to pass this little hump thing. That's that volcanic thing I was showing you. So the airport's going to be just over there, and it's going to be barely visible, little grassy area, nothing fancy on this one. So yeah, RPMs, these are in hundreds, so this is 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, you got to add 2 zeros to it. Oil pressure is looking good, speed's looking okay. And we're at about 4,500 feet for the elevation. So this is sort of a little overview of some of the stuff on the dashboard. And as we look around this airplane, so we got the controls, the aileron, so that's the pitch on the wings, our ignition switch. We got some other gizmos and whatnot here. This is your air mix and your choke of the engine for when you're starting the airplane. And then over here to the left-hand side, that is actually the throttle. So decrease power, increase power. And then you got your parking brake down here. Or no, this is your flap lever. So this is how you adjust the flaps on the wings. So we got 15 degree and 42. So we'll play with that when we're landing and taking off. And we're pitching down, not looking, but we're doing okay. Alright, so a little, oh nice, that's the radio. So back to the outside here, see where we're at here. We flew pretty good, still following that same road this whole trip. 395, I think it was, yeah. We can increase power a little more. Go to 4,000. Get a nice view of the outside. Probably a good trip to do the little tour of the inside of the plane since there's not much going on out here. Basically this the entire way. Nice little airplane. Alright, so this body of water right here is Little Lake. So we are pretty much done with this first leg of this, or the first point of interest on the second leg trip of Yosemite. So we're going to restart this. We did it in just under 13 minutes. Estimated time there. We were playing around a little bit. So that is Little Lake. And then our next point of interest is the South Reservoir, which there's actually a north and a south. So as you continue along around 395, you'll soar over volcanic fields and chasms of sculpted black lava toward the reservoirs. And yeah, it's going to be on the east side of the road, which is on the right-hand side there. So this will start the timer. We're a little slow on starting that, I think. How far are we? Yeah, not too bad. Pretty close to that Little Lake. So as we go here, looking at about 8 minutes of flying time to get to the reservoirs, and on the VFR map, that's these right here. So we are going to be somewhere around here, I think. Yep. So excited about this trip, especially when we start flying up into the mountains. It gets very scenic. There are some tricky airports to land at. There's going to be different ones from asphalt to little grass runways, sort of like this one. So this one's not very difficult to land at, though. It's just a matter of finding that little sweet spot to get the game to recognize that you landed at the airstrip. Bring down our altitude a little bit. Currently sitting at 4,200 feet. Oh, nice. I'm reading a quick little fact about Grant, California. It is 3,730 feet. And there are 2 alfalfa ranches. Very sweet. There is only several families living in the area, so that's not very surprising for this view. on the road sign it says welcome grants. Yeah, so this is the Wikipedia thing. So Grant, California, unincorporated, lies, elevation of 3,730 feet, 2 alfalfa ranches and 70 branches. On the road sign it says welcome Grant. Indian Reservation is Big Pine Reservation. So, a little fact check, I guess. How long have we been going here? For 4 minutes. We're just under halfway there to finish up this second point of interest. And then the next one creeps up on you pretty quick, and we'll basically be getting ready to land, and then we're going to jump right into the third leg of this trip, which I think is 24 parts. Should be a good break in to get back into this game, so should be good. And I know there's a new one coming out in a couple of months, November, so that should be very interesting indeed. So we're going to see what kind of flying we can do on this one before the new one comes out, and we'll probably get the new one. Road, or we're pretty much right over it. There's a little piece of the road. Definitely a not a sophisticated plane by any means, but gets the job done. Strobe lights. Let's see what that looks like from the outside. You see the strobe lights? Deviating off course a little bit. I think that might be the reservoir, so let's zoom out a little bit. Get everything lined up here. Yeah, I think that is the south reservoir right here. We are pretty low. We're sitting at about 4,800 feet. That's the south reservoir, that's the north, and then we're going to be landing right there, 099, little grass airstrip. I'm going to increase our speed a little bit before we stall out, because we're only going about 50 minutes. Actually going to go to the left a little bit. First I was thinking it was the right, but we got the map flipped upside down, I think, because we're going to be approaching this way. And what I want to do is land on that little narrow strip over here. So we'll probably see this big strip first, then the little one, and that is the game plan. So first we got to get visual of it. Which might be somewhere up here. There it is. So there's the big strip. We're going to go for this little one. So we're going to go out here and come in this way. Have visual on the airport. And we can get rid of the timer, I think. We got everything going on. Alright, so we're going to reduce RPMs down to about 4,000 as we prepare for our landing. We're going to introduce 15 degrees of flat. We're going to start our little turn as we decelerate. turn. I'm going to introduce a little more flap. Nose is going to want to pick up. Increase a little pressure on that. Somewhere between 50 and 60 knots is the ground speed that we want when we're making our landings. Sitting pretty good. Our power. RPM sitting just under 3,000. A little skip and a hop. Tail is down, brakes are set. Let's see if that recognized it. Perfect. Alright, so appreciate you tuning in on that one. We're going to stop the recording and then jump right into the third one. So see you soon.